I welcome you guys to today's section in Design Finance 2021 Hackathon, Decentralizing Africa and Beyond. So we have an interesting section today. And by the way, I'm Okoro Emmanuel. I'm the operating lead of Xend Finance. So we have an interesting topic today, which is what founders overlook. And also we have an interesting guest. It's not just a girl, but these have been someone that have been with Xend Finance since the start. He was like an investor during our private sales, and he has been supporting Xend Finance in a lot of ways. So without further ado, I'm glad to welcome Mr. Etienne, who is from TRGC Ventures. So he's going to be sharing with us, he's going to be sharing with us, about what founders overlook, and we'll also get to hear from his own experience, going from being homeless to being like a private investor or being a managing partner with TRGC. Yeah. So please, Etienne, you have the floor now.
Awesome, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that introduction, Emmanuel. It's a great honor to be here. Streaming live from Lisbon, Portugal. I'm currently at a LISCON, which is a hackathon based in currently happening in Lisbon, Portugal. So yeah, where to start? It's been such an amazing journey through my years in the industry. I joined at first in 2016. Never left. I feel totally at home. Because the core issue for me is talking to people with ideas, big ideas, as we're building this new industry, this global industry. It's an interesting remark someone had last night. If you think of it, even I would say one of our grandmothers, Ethereum, is still a startup, right? They're still figuring out ways to make their platform, their infrastructure a lot better, right? So there's a lot of iterations happening. Of course, we've been waiting for E2.0 for a while now. So it goes to show that treating your journey as a startup and continuously iterating or pivoting, if you will, sometimes to really adjust to the demands. You're gonna it's that iterative process that you're gonna be in almost continuously, right? I'm Etienne, based in Amsterdam, and I'm not traveling actually. The founder of TRGC, with Dune and Damien, they're both based in New York. My passion, our thesis a bit, we solely invest in infrastructure. I would say 80-90% of the portfolio is infrastructure. The rest of it is to look at new DeFi primitives and guys that are actually making the Neo. And currently, we're looking for developer tooling, infrastructure for DAOs, blockchain indexing, projects such as the Graph, or Phelan, on Marshall. And we resource deals and teams opportunities globally. And what we pride ourselves is that we don't just deploy capital, we try to be really hands-on, practical value add to our investment teams. So when I spoke with Ugo and Emmanuel about the topic of today, what founders overlook, I try to, the format I chose is I'm going to run quickly by 5 key topics I think are key for founders that I often meet in the field. I talk to a new team almost daily, right? So that means if it's almost daily, it's almost just at least 300 project interviews a year, right? And that's on the low end. Obviously, in the bull market, there's a lot more supply of investments, but there's only so many good projects out there that are worthwhile for an investment. And lastly, I want to leave the floor a lot of time for people to drop in their questions, certain topics they're struggling with. Happy to share my thoughts and continue that conversation on whatever time need be. So the first thing, the first principle I want to share, it's going to be a mixture of good practices slash what founders overlook, right? And it's like, hey, you talk to a team, different ecosystems. They're building on different blockchains, different stages of their evolution. And there's a couple of things you notice after doing this for almost 5 years, or more than 5 years. The first is build community as early as possible. As early as possible. Whatever you're building, get a group of people together that are supportive of this. And obviously, with the help of tools such as Telegram, Signal, Discord, if you will, Slack, you can get this running ASAP. You and your founding team, which is often 3, 4 guys and girls, it's only so much, right? Having a community that starts growing 10, 20, 50 people, it's 10, 20, 50 people that could offer their insights, arguments, and tips and tricks, and having that vested interest over time, right? So you want to start community as soon as possible. That's the first group of doctors. There's the first group of doctors that are going to be with you on this journey, right? It's a bull market. Everyone is a genius, and it's these early believers in what you're building. They'll be with you in this bear market, maybe next week or whatever that might come. So build community as early as possible. I would say the first thing I would say to anyone, any young founder, any founder that is looking to get a project going. Secondly, attached to that, the idea, listen in your head, right? It's something that's been in your head. Put it on paper and obviously take it to the community, right? So you have to realize, even if it's your problem, you're passionate about it, your solution, talk to people about it, show it as easy, as quickly as possible. Because what founders often think is that, yeah, someone is going to steal my idea, right? Someone's going to run away with it. And oftentimes you meet is that people don't even have the time for that, right? They're just doing their own thing, right? So they might steal a few features here and there, but that happens, right? Because oftentimes these protocols are on they're on GitHub. It's open source. You can go and fork Bitcoin. But it would mean that you're going to wipe them off the market. I don't think so, right? Because you might miss the fact that they have a global community, first mover advantage. So your product being stolen is oftentimes the last thing you should worry about. Second thing I wanted to share with you guys, what I found founders overlook is give it time. Give it time now. It seems so simple, and to be patient. And what I often ask founders, where do you see your project in 2024? Right? Be ambitious as possible and work your way backwards. Where do you see the project in 2 years? Have the ambition and dare to speak it into existence. Where do you see the project in the top 100 or the top 500 on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko? Right? And be patient, start working. Again, and I'm repeating myself, Ethereum was just 7 years old, guys. Right? It's not an IBM or Microsoft company spanning multiple 10, 20, 30 years. Give it time. You're not going to be a unicorn in a week, right? It's going to be grueling, right? And again, it's bull market now. Everyone's in this euphoric state. That could change next week. Right? So patience and the focus, so that focus is going to be a key thing. On that note, I mentioned focus. This industry, and especially with the help of tooling as Twitter, there's a lot of noise out there. I see founders want to pitch it every day. There's NFTs today, it's play to earn tomorrow. It was DeFi last summer. It was a Japanese dog. You get tracked and dragged by your community or early investors. Like, why you guys are doing this? Why you guys are doing that? You want to focus. And deliver that core product. The reason that actually you guys got on this journey. So be patient. Be really patient and focus on that core product you're trying to take to market. Another topic I think founders overlook is the subject of token economics, and it's hard. Um, it's hard because token economics, tokens. If you're gonna do a token, do two things. One, only launch the token when you actually clearly define, but with the help of your community, as I said, a true use value for it. Don't launch the token for the sake of the token, right? Define the use value as help from the community, and launch the token once you have the use value and it's actually being utilized, right? As a utility token, let it be utilized, right? Do not launch a utility token while it's a speculative token, right? The token will represent everyone's incentive. Because in this new Web3 token economic models, we're moving away from the traditional equity model where the token is that only thing people have to at least have some sort of access and governance on your platform or protocol, right? So be careful with launching a token and before a product, right? The good products out there actually have that in there first. Product first, community first, use value first, then they launch a token. Okay. So that's the key thing. Okay. I'm sorry about that, guys. This is the quietest place I could find. It's a little restaurant close to Lisbon, and the quietest place I could find to make this recording happen. Another thing I could add there is reward yourself, right? You're allowed to reward yourself later, right? You're allowed to reward yourself because that core team, you want to be incentivized long enough to pull this off. And that oftentimes is 3 years, right? Chainlink, if you take an Aave, they didn't become unicorns like last week, right? It's gonna take at least 3 grueling years, and you'd be lucky you don't need a bear market on the way. So reward yourself, and it's gonna come, right? And be proud. You're building your Mona Lisa, right? You're building your Mona Lisa, that piece of art that is gonna be that central part of your legacy, right? And be proud of it. So the rewards are gonna come, but you're gonna be patient about it. You're gonna be really, really patient about it. And so yeah, that's in this quick session what I wanted to add and share with founders and everyone interested in the topic. Thank you guys for the attention.